Where's the signature? Huh? Where the hell is the signatures? Is that why you sent me these pieces, Just Carve Rob? Because you didn't sign them? I am very, very upset about this. Very upset. So, this is basswood, I believe. And this is that other kind of, what's that, poplar? What's that shitty wood that you carve, Rob? Sometimes it's just like crap. It melts with a torch. Anyways, guys, these are the kind of carvings Just Carve Rob does. He sent these to me as gifts. This is a silly little owl, and this is a silly little hillbilly. The hillbillies are great. Yeah, pull out the banjo, drink some whiskey, call up all the ladies, and just have a good time. So anyways, let's put these guys aside. And I'm going to be carving this for Just Carve Rob's 500th sub giveaway. He asked me to do this for him. We talked about it. Or maybe I suggested. I don't know. But whatever. I'm going to carve a wood spirit in here. And I'll send this to Rob. Then Rob can carve something that will fit in this hole. I might make this hole bigger, actually. Rob can carve something bigger to fit in this hole. And he can give it away on his channel for his 500 sub. So this is going to be a talk through video, guys, because... well, this is a flat carve for me, guys, okay? This is the hardest kind of carve there is to do. Excuse me. You know, so it's better to find a piece of wood like that has an angle, like I talk about in my other videos. So I don't have really too much depth in this wood to carve. You can see it's cracked there. I don't know how far that, so I'm only going to be making this carving about this deep. So let's see how we can make it look. If it doesn't turn out, I won't send it. That's just the bottom line. Okay, so I said this was going to be a talk-through video. Here's the Merlin 2, guys. You know, I'm going to use this just to clean up the wood at first. Excuse me. It's always good to clean up your wood first, so if you can see if there's any surprises inside the wood. And the Merlin tool is a great tool for that, guys. I love it. It saves me so much time on my carvings. And I'll explain more as time goes on. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to talk through this whole friggin' video. Rob's a master at it. So here I am marking the hole to cut it bigger. So Rob can't get away with such a small carving to put in there. I got my foredom going with my 1/4 inch Kutzall Extreme to cut that hole bigger. Be careful with your tools, guys, you know. So everything's sped up almost twice the speed. So there's the wood clean, holes cut bigger. Okay, so it's good to always have a pencil so you can use the eraser or 2 pens, so that way you can have 1 draft line and 1 final line. So here is my center line for the wood spirit. And putting in the nose in place. See, I made one side of the nose thinner again. Rubbed out that line. Doing some crazy eyebrows this time, switching it up. Shitty cameraman, don't see the end of the mustache, but that's okay. And drawing in the cheekbones and the forehead. Well, side of the face, whatever you want to call it. So here I am with my final pen. So I know that I'm going to cut on the black marks, right? Just saves you from having to use an eraser, and shows you guys better in these videos, the pens. I use pencils quite often, but when I'm doing the videos for you guys in the YouTube here, I use pens so you can see it better. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of talking for me in this video. Check mark, good job. Okay, I got my dremel 4300 I'm running today with my Kutzall bit. Push it in, put a little bit, pull it out a little bit, tighten her up. You guys want to get a Kutzall, go to the link below, and you'll see the Kutzall website. Use the code CFusion, save yourself 5%, tighten it up. Look at the Kutzall Extreme Flame Bit, my favorite burrs. Good thumbs up, and let's start carving. Okay, guys, you'll notice when I'm carving this, I'm kind of all over the place because that's how I carve. I do one side to the next side, one side to the next side, but I'm cutting this forehead in pretty deep here. Be careful. This is where you'll break your inner flex shaft, guys. So be real careful. Cut, feather, cut, feather. That's what I suggest. That means cut deep. Take away. See there, I am feathering. Cutting deep, feathering, cutting deep. Cutting deep. feathering. That's how you won't break your flex shaft. Okay, here I am cutting in the eyes. I think you guys can see what I'm up to here, so maybe I'll just shut up and let you guys see what's happening. Funky, crazy eyebrows. Yep. Maybe I should pay Rob to do my voiceovers. Just carve Rob there. He seems like doing them. So there I am cutting deeper beside the nose where I say in other videos. That's the most, that should be the one of the deepest cuts. Okay, cutting the bottom of the nose out here. Yep. Oh boy. And now I'm taking away some wood. Cutting deeper. Cheekbones. Cheekbone, other side. I'm rounding off the cheekbones, kind of. You guys, when you're doing the carvings, you know, like certain points of the carving, it looks really funny. So you got to look past that part where it looks really funny. Like I think at this point, those eyebrows, it looks really funny. It looks punched in. It's hard to explain, but I'm sure you guys understand. The more carvings you do, you'll see the funny part where it looks weird. Like right now, it looks like a mad fucking clown. Pardon my language. I'm getting better though. Okay, so here I am with the merlin again too. Now I'm taking away all the excess wood outside, well, thinning the outside of the mustache. Look how fast it lets that mustache raise up. You know how much time that saves me, guys? Here I am doing the other side. Boom, done. Even with the foredom, with the 1/4 inch bits, it's way faster. Love it. Here I am again, cutting deeper beside the nose where I say to cut deeper. Recutting the cheekbones and just cut, feather, guys. Cutting the eyebrows in. Feathering away that extra wood in the back of the forehead. Make the eyebrows raised above. There you see I cut the bridge of the nose lower. Cut it, there you go again, cutting beneath the nose. It's all about cutting and feathering, guys. I don't know what other word I should use for feathering, but here I am cutting the, I'm just going to be quiet. That's probably better. See, cutting again. Okay, got my foredom out here to make the cuts go quicker and remove that bulk wood inside there, right? Just trying to make everything proportionate, I guess, sorta. Getting rid of my pen lines, cleaning it up a bit. Don't know what I'm doing there. See, you got to watch the thickness of your wood too, guys. That's what I was trying to point out there. Cutting deeper. Recutting the cheekbones in. See, when you're cutting deeper, you're just looking at the thing, trying to make it more proportionate. Deeper. Now I cut that away because that's where I like my beard hairs to run off. You'll see here I cut it away too. Feather it so it's like smooth transition for the beard. Cutting the cheekbones in again, guys. See what I'm saying? Excuse me. As you get deeper, you got to recut and re-look at it. And Cutting the nostrils in, feathering away the bridge of the nose, make the nostrils pop out. As I'm cutting in the nostrils, up and under. Just kind of rounding everything off. I will be carving real eyes in this guy, kind of real eyes. I like the stone eyes like so they don't have pupils. Just shaping things, making them all equal, right? It's good to try and make both sides of the face equal. Like here I'm cutting the bottom lip in. I'm giving him one of those lips that like sag down. Okay, so here's what we got so far. This is when you kind of sit back, drink your coffee, whatever. Look at little Jordy Lee and the pumpkin up there, just Carve Rob did. Don't forget those haters. Yep. Sit back at this point and decide what you want to do with your carving to make it better. You know what I mean? Don't rush it. Me? What do I want to do to make this thing better? I don't know. Burn it? Looks okay. I like those eyebrows. Okay, you know what I say in lots of my other videos, when you start carving, that's when your mind really opens up. So, you know, when I was carving this, when I sit and had my coffee break and just some coffee, my mind opened up when I was looking at the piece, and I decided I wanted to make this a special piece for just Carve Rob, because he's a good guy and I want him to succeed on YouTube. And, you know, I want his subscribers to have better one of my carvings than just the typical wood spirit. So let's throw 2 wood spirits on there. Hey Rob, what do you think about that? Okay, back to carving. So what I'm going to do is carve this. This guy's going to have real eyes. This guy's going to have that hair. Those lines is going to be cut out. And let's see here. Oh yeah, okay, so when you're carving a flat piece of wood, so I call this a flat piece of wood, it's easy to make your guy's face look punched in, like I punched him in the nose and it's pushed back here, and this sticks out farther and this sticks out farther. So what I'm going to do now, because I still have depth in the wood, not much, I'm gonna take this mustache down with my Merlin again, okay? So I'm going to take this mustache down, and maybe it won't look so punched in. I could also take these eyebrows down too. But you see how it's hard to explain. So when you got a flat piece of wood, I think the deeper you carve, the better it will look. Carve deep, guys. Carve deep. Oh boy, back to the voiceover. Okay, so here I am cutting, like I call this the first stage of doing the hair. So I'm cutting thicker lines in, right? And I'm just setting up to do my detail for the hair, right? I got my 1/4 inch Kutzall bit in there, my flame burr. And just rounding everything off for when I'm ready to put my aluminum cutter in. Okay, you see that, how everything's kind of rounding off? I don't know if this mic that I'm using is working or not, tell you the truth. But whatever. Just setting it up for the details. I like my wood spirits to have, they're more like their hair's blowing in the wind kind of stuff like that, right? And like I say in my other videos, guys, the more that you do, see here I am doing the beard hair, the more you do, the better you're going to get. Here I am doing my beard hairs. Just making everything flow kind of the same way. So I bring it around. Whoosh, like it's blowing in the wind. Even in the mustache, cut those bigger lines in first. Because then when you use your little friggin' aluminum cutter on edge, the beard looks more fluid, right? Not so flat. Okay, so here I am with the eyes. I got a diamond tip burr there, guys. I'm just using my Dremel full speed. This is a part maybe where I should just be quiet. And because it's hard to explain the eyes, but all I can say is the more that you do, the better you'll get. I'm still practicing them. I'm learning them better now. I'm learning different techniques, what works for me and what doesn't work for me. But I say, guys, when you do your eyes, that's really when you want to be in like neutral and take your time. The most important part there, see that those two cuts there? I have top eyelid and the bottom eyelid. You want to make that on the top there. You see it? You want to make it round inside there, guys. Just take your time, hit it real lightly and try and make it round. It's the hardest part, to make it round inside there. See, now make those cuts on the inside round. I'm hooking up a different burr here. I think I got a less aggressive Kutzall going on, a taper, reverse taper or something, or cone or something. But now you want to make those round inside there. Yeah, I got the cone burr on. I forget what it's called. And I'm just hitting this really lightly. It's so tricky. I can't make mine round yet. But you can see I'm trying. You don't get better, guys, if you don't try. And this is where the light really messes with you too. Because you can see that where I'm working, I see the shadows coming down from the eyebrows now. So you think that's a cut, but it's not. It's actually the shadow. I'll tell you guys a funny story how I met Just Carve Rob. When my YouTube channel started going pretty good, like I don't know, I maybe had 500 subscribers. This guy kept on sending me videos of like him holding up these canes outside with all this weird, crazy, like I think it's 80s music, like kind of like hip hop, like who was that singer? Like Cyndi Lauper and shit. I was like, what the hell is this guy all about? So, but his carvings were great, his walking sticks and stuff like that. So then I started chatting with him about it. He seemed pretty interesting, you know, not like the normal, like nobody's boring in their own way, but he was more interesting than a normal person. So we started chatting and I don't know, we became friends. And I'd like to take credit, Just Carve Rob, that I was the one that convinced Just Carve Rob to start his channel. Because I think the world needs more people like Rob showing them things what to do and have fun doing it, right? Me and Rob aren't serious carvers. Well, when I'm carving the wood spirits like this, I'm carving now. I want it to be good, so I'm kind of serious. But you know, you gotta joke around, man. There's too much seriousness in the world, right? So that's how we became friends. And Rob's got his YouTube channel, and he's on his way. He's got 500 subscribers. And I think it's wicked. Goddamn eyes. So here it is. Here it is. See that wood spirit? I got his beard mustache blowing up. There's Jordy Lee and the pumpkin. Okay, so I believe we're ready for sanding with my little flap sander. Oh no, we got to do the beard hairs. This is the boring part, guys, so... And you can get those sets on at my Amazon link for 20 bucks. Aluminum cutters. I really speed this up. But yeah, you can see how it works. I like to cut them up. Some people like to do straight, thin lines. And let's just blast these beard hairs in. See, look. Sometimes you got to be pretty quick with the eyes when you're watching the Carve and Fuse videos, people. This is sped up like, I think, 8 times the speed. But it's worth it to take your time and put the details in, guys. This piece of wood was tricky. I found some punky parts in it, but I got through it all. But look how it's coming to life now. Look at that sucker. Oh yeah. Okay, here it is, ready for some quick sanding. Make sure you don't sand away your details, guys. Okay. And yeah. Little flap sound. You can see in my playlist how I make these. Brace emery cloth sandpaper. Run it really slow too, guys. This is like 8 times the speed. Just sanding all the little fuzzies away. There was a couple of bug holes in this piece. You can see them near the bottom there. See? No big deal. You know, you guys can call this piece done pretty well basically at this point too. You don't have to stain it or put a finish on it. Okay, here's some blue ink, blue powder, water-based blue powder dye. I get at Lee Valley. They ship worldwide. And putting on the wood dye. And then I'm going to, after the wood dye dries, then I'm going to put my Minwax Polyshade mahogany color on it. Bombay mahogany color. Okay, so there's that. Just all dried pretty well. And I'm going to sand the high points again. Here, watch. Look, guys, look. See how cool that makes it look? Nice and slow. I believe that's 80 grit that I have on there. But the edges are worn down. Okay, here I am with the Polyshade Minwax Bombay Mahogany. I like the way the red color and the blue color goes together. It kind of looks like an antiqued copper. You know, like how copper gets that green color when it's outside. That's the way I like that stuff looks. Wipe it off with the rag. And would you look at that? Would you look at that, son of a gun. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here you go. Just Carve Rob. There's your 500 giveaway piece. Just so you guys know, Just Carve Rob carved Jordy up there, Lee and the little pumpkin. There it is. So, let's see here. This owl came from Just Carve Rob. Ooh, 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 you, ooh. Anyways, Rob, coming from you sending me these 2 carvings here, and you coming from the guy that swears to sign your pieces and you didn't sign them. Jeez, Rob. Jeez, man. Come on, Rob. Sign your pieces, Rob. I signed this one. Damn right I did. Sign it. Okay, so this was a piece of, there's lots of, I found some punky spots in it, but it's okay. I got through the carving. It was a little bit of a challenge. Hold on. Okay, so now is the time I'm going to let this dry off. Maybe I'll send it to Rob in a week once I know it's for sure dry, and we'll get in the mail. So, but Rob has to carve something to go in here now. Like, let's put this little owl in here. You can carve a little owl. Oops. Come on, get in there. Okay, so you can carve a little owl like that. He could carve a little hillbilly. I personally think he should carve a little Jordy to go in there. But you know, let's leave it to the comments, guys, and Rob can read all the comments. And you guys let Rob know what you think he should carve to go in that hole. Like I said, only my opinion. I think he should carve a little Jordy, but he can carve an owl. He can carve a hillbilly. He can carve whatever he wants to carve. He can carve a goddamn spirit fish to go in that hole. So anyways, guys, hope you're all good. And I got to get ready for the live feed here, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.